Hello, my beautiful friends. So, I think in the world of YouTube, everybody makes life sound so perfect and that every day is perfect and filled with light and love. But I am here to tell you that that is not the truth. Today was a day. It was a day. I have a jacuzzi tub upstairs. The people who put it in were not very skilled. I didn't hire them. But it's had problems, and all of a sudden it started leaking into the bathroom downstairs. So my husband tells my mother-in-law, who was staying with us overnight, don't touch the tub. So what does she do? She pours bleach in it. Now I work from home, and so I'm busy and I'm focused on work, and all of a sudden I hear and smell bleach coming out of the bathroom. So that was how the day started. So it's just been a day, but then our wellness committee at work had a paint and sip. So I go to the paint and sip. I thought I could go to the paint and sip and then go to pipe practice, but I couldn't because there were a lot of people there and it went too long, so I didn't go to pipe practice, and that always irritates me when I don't go because it's important to go, and I like playing bagpipes. And why, you ask? Because people cannot talk to you while you're playing bagpipes. And it was one of those days where I just wanted to play bagpipes and no nonsense from the real world. But if you've ever been to a paint and sip, they kind of guide you through. Now, you'll know if you watch the channel that I do not identify as a person who can do arts and crafts, and I cannot paint. So I needed like the directions, right? So I was so proud of myself. I made this beautiful background with my favorite color, mauve, and a moon that was purple, and it was beautiful. And I really just wanted to leave it at that because that was really pretty. But no, you had to make a frickin' tree, and I can't make trees. I suck. And so I'm making it, and like and my tree, like, this was this very delicate, like, beautiful tree. Mine was like, you're gonna see this and know this woman's a witch. Not a witch, but it's a witch's tree for sure. So like, as I'm painting, like, I got so sad. I really, I wanted to burst out crying because I had made this beautiful background so hideous with this tree that was just awful, and there was like no recovery. And I was just so like, why did I sign up for this? Like, I could be playing bagpipes right now, but I'm not. I'm painting this ridiculous tree. I've made this thing hideous. It's ugly. Everybody else has beautiful trees. I'm looking around the room. I don't really drink, so I didn't have the wine. I gave my wine to somebody else, but I had water, and everybody's got their wine and making pretty trees, and I'm making the shittiest tree ever, and just sadder than you could ever possibly imagine. And then I get sadder more because why am I sad about a stupid tree? Like, down the rabbit hole I go. So, um, I ended up like donating my tree to the, like, you could do splatter technique, which is totally up my alley. I get to make a mess. That's fabulous. Let's go do that. So I did that. That improved the tree, and then the teacher made some flowers that helped it out a little bit too. And but I live about 45 minutes from where I work and where this was. So I like driving home in the dark, and it's icy here, so you have to really pay attention. And I'm just sobbing, and I ugly cry. Like, I know in the movies, like, they have like trickle down tears. No, 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 no. Like, my whole face is like swollen shut, and I'm crying, and I'm just so sad. And then I'm like, why, Spirit, why am I so sad about this stupid tree? And all I could think about was when I was a kid. I went to Bible school, of course, and we painted these faces of Jesus, and they were like, I don't know, paint by number ceramics or whatever, but everybody's Jesus looked exactly the same, and I didn't want my Jesus to look like everybody else's Jesus. I wanted my own Jesus, so I gave him like these big red spots here. I think they were just here in his cheeks, maybe like his cheeks or whatever, like blush or something. I don't know. I was like 4. Who knows? But like, I had messed up my Jesus, but like, I loved it. And then until somebody told me that it was hideous, I think probably one of my brothers. Um, and then I always felt bad that I made this ugly Jesus, but really, to me, it was beautiful because it was my Jesus. It was different than everybody else's. It wasn't everybody else's Jesus, which really is, very prophetic, considering I think that now, in theory anyway, it's my own personal Jesus, not to quote Marilyn Manson. Um, so I just feel like I've always really just been horrible at art. Like, as a little kid, like, all the other kids could make all these pretty paintings and pictures and shit, and I could not do it. I can't. I'm not. I was a good theater director. I directed Vagina Monologues. I directed Antigone. I directed some Shakespearean stuff. I wrote a play with my students. Um, I'm great at directing things. I'm an okay actress, I guess. I don't enjoy it as much as directing. I can see beautiful things. Like, I belong to several art museums, and I can tell beautiful artwork, but I can't produce it. You know, I could have been playing bagpipes. So I was just a hot, sad mess all day. So it's funny when I come home, and Dave's phone. I'm an iPhone user. I'm an Apple person. I'm a triple boot girl because I program and do stuff in Windows and also in Linux. So I use all the systems and I know all the systems. But for whatever reason, my job in this family is to make everybody's phones work. And I hate phones, but all right. So his phone absolutely died because it's a piece of junk Android, and it wouldn't take a battery charge, and it completely died. So he bought a new phone, and then it's my job to like recover all of his stuff. He never backed any of it up. So it was not backed up anywhere, and then he didn't know his password for Gmail because he uses AOL. Who even knew that was around? So I'm like, oh my God, I want to bang my head against something. And I mean, I got it all set up, but then I have to get all of his apps on there. His Waze app, and then his we have Spotify. We have a family thing for Spotify, and I had to get his alarmy so that he would wake up, and then I have to get everything connected for his hearing aids, which are connected to his phone. So like, there's all that, and it's just like, and of course, none of his contacts, he never backed those up, so I have to put all the contacts by hand in there, you know. So I'm gonna pull a rune. Oh, but what I wanted to say was when I was doing that on his phone, like, the horoscopes came up, and I typically don't read the horoscopes on anything because I do believe in horoscopes, but I feel like those kinds of things are usually like BS. But the horoscope for Scorpio is like, you're gonna have a frustrating day. I shit you not, really. It was a frustrating day. So just gonna ask Spirit, what can I dream about tonight? My kid wants to watch a Godzilla movie, so it's like 12 midnight. We're gonna go watch Godzilla. I think we're not watching Godzilla though. I think we're watching one of the other ones. Like, we're totally down the rabbit hole of Godzilla and the Japanese movies. We watch the Japanese ones because they're better than the American ones. I think we watched Mothra the other night, so it's one of those, like one of those the sideshow characters. Anyway, Spirit, how do I have a better day tomorrow? What should I focus on to have a better day tomorrow? Just one rune. Not pulling any cards. I feel like on the way home I'm crying. Spirit, like, how did I get here? Uruz. That's interesting. I'm gonna go think about that for a minute. I'll be right back. So, interestingly, Uruz means bull and courage and strength, which is definitely how you get out of the funk. But I had pulled it, and I don't usually read inverted stones, but I did pull it inverted, which means that I was not feeling very courageous today, and it was a day of frustration. Wild, like a wild bull chasing a freaking flag or whatever. Like, nothing was going right. Like, the cat got out, this cat that still has his trouble puffs that were taken to get fixed, and like, my mother-in-law's like farting around at the door, and it's like, why? I can't get up every 5 minutes to deal with you. Like, sit the fuck down. I like working from home. I prefer to be in my office, but that's where the cat is. Moose Faba. So, nobody has a perfect life. Not everybody is full of light, love, and all the time. We do our best. We do our best, but some days just suck. And some days are just like, ugh. But, as Spirit says, you have to be courageous. You kind of have to get out of it. One of the things I'm so grateful that my mother taught me is to just keep marching forward. Don't look in the rear view all the time. You can look back, and let it inform you, but don't live back there. Keep moving forward. So let's hope tomorrow is a better day. I am wishing you all the best in light and love. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.